Good morning, class.
Morning.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Means no one had their tiffin at morning. We want response from each and everyone. Thank you. So, this is Samaro. I am from Team 6 and these are my co-team members in our team. So, the number one, the person, Mr. Sanju and Ajay, we are belong to Team 6 and today our topic is control statements in Java. First of all, what are the control statements? In C, we know that we will use the if statements, if else, like that in Java we will use these control statements. Means in these control statements we have two types, the conditional statements and unconditional statements. The conditional statement means here we will write a program with some types of conditions like if else or if else later, like that. Means in here another type we have unconditional statements. Means unconditional statements means like Python we will write without any structure. So in Java we will use control statements to organize a program, and in control statements the set of instructions is called program. Means we will give some instructions to the program like hash include .studio.h, like in C. Here we will also will give some header files for the Java to give some instructions for the entire program and to handle some statements or follow some controls. For example, we will take true. It is if the statement is true, just print that statement in output. So we will use that statement. While we are using another statement, suppose it is false, here we will use that statement with some controls. We will just give that statement as false, so it will print as false at output. In control statements there are three types: branching statements, jumping statements and looping statements. The branching, looping and jumping, the branching statement will be continued by my co-team member Sanju. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Myself Sanjay. I am here to explain branching statements. Branching statements are used to transfer control from one point to another, and branching statements are four types. First, break, continue, return and go to. Go to is used for rare cases, and break is used to stop the execution and come out from the loop. For example, second one is continue. Continue is as same as the break condition, and it is also if break condition is executes the loop permanently, but continue is execute the loop temporarily. For example, for continue statement, condition. Thanks. My teammate will continue.
My co-team member explained about branching control statement, where now I am explaining about looping control statement. Here we know that in the looping control statement we have three types, that is while loop, do while loop and for loop. We know that the for loop is the king of the whole loops. We will use the for loop for entire programs. In the looping control statements we have two types, body control loop and exit control loop. In body control loop there is an entire control loop. And we have another thing, that is exit control loop. What is mean by entire control loop? The entry control loop that we'll use, first we will go with condition. If the condition is true, it will go with the statement. If it is true, again it will go for condition and it will check. If the condition is gets false, directly it will go for output and it will print the result. In exit control loop, first of all we will use the body, and if we return the body means whatever the program, first we will write whatever the program we want to write, that later we will go for condition. If the condition is true, again it will go for the body control loop, and if the body is the body control loop given another condition, if the condition is true, it will routine like that, if until that false is get. If the false is get, again it will go for output and it will give the statements. We will use for looping statements for control statements where the conditions will be given. And in another thing, that is jumping control statements. The jumping control statements that transfer the break statements and continuous and return means where we should stop the statement, we will use the break statement. Where we should give the continuous means, for example, I want to take the roll numbers continuously, I will use this continuous statement. If I want to break that roll number at 57, I will use this statement and I will stop that coding at the 57. When I want to get that statement, I will use this written statement to write my program. That is about the jumping statements, and my co-team member will explain about the super classes, and he is Mr. Ajay. Over to you.
Guys, my hi guys, I am Ajay Kumar from Team 6. Today I want to explain about super keyword used in Java. Super keyword. Super keyword refers to the super class. It is used when we want to call the super method, super variable, super constructor. We use this super keyword as refers to the super class. Super keyword, it we use anywhere in the program except the static area. Suppose it is super keyword is the inheritance, depends on the inheritance. Suppose we want to see one example. Super class as a animal and the subclass as a dog. Super subclass is divided from extends from the super class. Now I want to tell about one example. Class P as a super class. On using super keyword, I am constructing a class P as a super class, declaring int x is equal to 100. System out. Extends the creating the subclass as class C extends P int x is equal to 200. Now this keyword refers the subclass of the program. It will print the 200 and the super class will goes to the super class. It prints the 100. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
We need that confirmation. How many of you understand our topic? So please raise your hands if anyone understand, or if anyone not understand, so please raise your voice. We are not understand what you are saying. So then we will go with questions. Thank you for giving this valuable opportunity to listen out to